Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back in our corner of the world on our homestead here in Estonia. I started finally developing this area here, next to our house, as I'm dreaming to turn it into a huge flower bed with sunflowers, marigolds, and other flowers, for an abundance of color this summer in the garden, and as food for the pollinators. It's also one of the two entrances to our homestead when people enter via the gate, and I want it to be inviting and not cluttered up with leftover building stuff. So it's time for putting down some wood chip pathways, which I'm lining with big stone edges. During the winter time, Jonas was working on an improved version of the doors of our storage space and compost toilet. They are finally ready to be installed back in their place. It takes a surprising amount of time and effort to finish things off properly. Getting the details right is so important. Building up a homestead very much feels like going 2 steps forward and 1 step backward, as we have to redo or revise things we did in the past. Ileana is still doing her daily feeding of small potatoes to the goats.
Oh, je zit er tussen.
Also, Ileana's previous baby bed has received some outside furnish and can be used again as a garden bench next to the pond. Jonas started on the foundation for the new art studio on the back of our land. He recently has started his own building company and will be working on other projects at friends' places 3 days in the week from now on. So his time will be split between projects here on the homestead, helping to look after Ileana and working elsewhere. Our friend Kurt, who also watched our homestead when we went and traveled to Belgium, has recently bought a plot of land near to us, which is really exciting. The plan is that Jonas will be taking the responsibility for building a beautiful cabin with natural materials for him in the coming years, and Kurt will also join in with the work when he can. We did a little upgrade on our house and bought a bed sofa, which is a bit more inviting for guests that visit, compared to just a plain mattress on the floor. Little time to hang out on our couch though, because the garden is calling. I've been out and about doing some weeding, getting the first seeds planted like salads, beets, charts, peas, and Siberian dwarf tomatoes. Spring also calls for a big cleaning around the homestead, so I decluttered the house from useless stuff and the rest of the homestead from all the building project leftover stuff we had going on over the past few years. Now the weather is warmer, we receive about 4 or 5 eggs a day from our chickens, and we started hatching 12 of them in a small incubator. So if everything goes well, we will have some small chicks in a few weeks' time. One of the first things that need to happen at the new studio is installing an electricity connection so Jonas can use electricity during the build. Also, this building will be connected to our off-grid solar system, but it needs quite a long cable because it's about 70 meters from the house. I started a new print collection called Childhood in the Garden to capture those precious moments that we remember from our own childhood or to cherish those small, beautiful moments with our little ones. So when everything quiets down and Ileana goes to bed, I'm trying to focus on making new woodcuts this time of year. There is so much other stuff pulling on my attention though, and so little time during the day, that it is sometimes hard to choose which things get priority. I do sometimes miss the opportunity to have a few hours of focus time without interruptions, because that just is not happening this season of my life. We have our friend Kurt visiting, so it's time to clean up the guest cabin and the shower space in preparation for the new season ahead. During the winter time, the stones in the shower turn a bit green, and I need a good scrub, but thankfully I have a good helping hand here.
Ja!
We decided to break down the fire pit area and turn it into something else. I have been dreaming about planting a few Coneras minicatas, which is a giant rhubarb plant that looks beautiful close to ponds and really provide a magical atmosphere. So we turned this area here into a moist area, because it likes that, with a rubber liner, and a part of the rain that falls onto the roof is drained into this spot. I will have to grow those plants from seed, so it might take a while before they can be planted here. For a few years I have been trying to grow a grapevine on this spot, but no luck. Last winter the plant died again, so I'm replacing that one with a Virginia creeper to see if I can create some extra shadow here. The climbing rose on the other side seem to be doing fine though. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye bye.